Hey, everybody, welcome to DashCast. This is your hub for all things Winston-Salem Dash. I'm Andrew Murphy, radio voice of the Dash, joined today by JJ Johnson, our on-field host and administrative assistant. JJ, welcome to DashCast.
Hey, thanks a lot, Murph. Finally here with you, man.
I know, man.
I like the name, by the way, DashCast.
It's been a long time coming, and but you're busy. You're a busy guy. JJ, if you've been awake at a Dash game, has all of the energy, and he just brings it every single night with on-field games, dugout dances. You project your voice into that mic. That is all diaphragm, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear it now, too. You have a real, booming, distinct voice. And some folks might also know JJ as NC State's. You do basketball for them.
Well, I did.
You did basketball.
Yeah, I did basketball, yeah.
Well, still recognizable nonetheless, and we're very fortunate to have you here.
Still love Pac Nation.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That is my, I went to Kentucky, but go Pac. I do have ties to NC State at this point, so I'm all for it. Anyway, it's been a long season. This season it's 66 games at home. We've pulled it off again. We did it.
Right. Well, my first time going through the whole process with you guys, so.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like full
season,
off season, all that good stuff. It's so weird when it ends because you go from 14, 15-hour days to just
trying to find something to do with your nighttime.
9 to 5 again. Yeah. What do we do? And that's why we're doing this, because we're bored.
I find after the season, it's a great time to check your eyelids for cracks.
It's funny. When I walked into the studio today, I didn't know exactly how long it had been since we had done one of these, but there was a dead spider by my mixer here.
Oh,
and
really?
I was like, oh wow, it's been a while. So glad we were able to brush the dust off and get this going again, because this rocks. This is a lot of fun to do.
It is.
Hey, have you heard about this pygmy hippo Moo Deng?
No, tell me more.
You don't know about Moo Deng?
No.
It's some baby hippo from Thailand. And so according to NPR, this baby pygmy hippo is so popular you can visit her for only 5 minutes. They have to keep the line going. You haven't seen the picture on X or on Instagram of the baby hippo appearing to scream?
No, I haven't.
She's the cutest thing in the world. And it makes me think that we need to do I don't know.
What's the size of this?
She's adorable.
Okay. So maybe a mid-sized dog? Because, it's fairly still pretty big because it is a hippo.
Let's see if we can. So just 2 months old. And let's see. Yeah, NPR doesn't want to tell us the weight or the size.
The size of it looks like a mid-sized dog, couch dog.
Definitely, yeah, mid-sized dog. I think that's good. But she's adorable, and there have just been memes popping up everywhere. And yeah, she's so popular you can only visit her for 5 minutes. Maybe we should instill that rule into the chicken coop, the high pen house.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. And I think the people that haven't seen the chickens, they'll be even more excited because they're like, man, everybody's waiting in this long line.
Yeah, if you want to drive demand, you tell people you can't. There's limited.
Right, I've been learning a lot about that.
Keep her moving.
Absolutely.
So, Moo Deng. Why does the internet love the baby hippo Moo Deng? According to Washington Post, there's a science to it.
So, are they selling tickets, or is it just like a show up, get in this line, wait until you get to sit on Santa's lap?
I think that's there are probably people standing there like, all right, time's up. You got to they got a watch on their wrist or whatever, and they're probably just telling people, all right, take a hike.
And this is in Thailand?
This is in Thailand, yes.
Okay. I always get interesting information from you, Murph.
Yeah, according to Washington Post, there's a science behind it. When we see these infantile features, those big eyes, large foreheads, small chins, and pudgy bodies, we interpret that as helplessness and as dependency, and it motivates us to care for them. So basically, the reason everybody is obsessed with Moo Deng, which translates to pork patty, by the way, is that we think they're helpless. They're so stinking cute.
Right.
We're like, protect that little thing at all costs. And then when they, get bigger and older, it's like, all right, whatever, we're done with you.
Their jaws got to be still pretty strong
Yeah.
for, even though it's a small, like it's still a hippo.
They got a picture here. It looks like she's eating good. A lot of vegetables in there. It looks like some sort of protein. Yeah. Good.
See, that's why
for her.
I don't, any animal can be a dangerous animal when it's big. If it's small,
Yeah.
it's still what it is. I don't mess with any dangerous animal. I don't care if it's a newborn, head out first. I don't care. I'm not messing with it.
Like a tiger cub or something like that.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Well, it's cute, but still, I'm going to keep in mind it has teeth. It's a tiger.
Sure does.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I think baby shark is very dangerous for that reason.
Do.
Because how many kids do you think have gone into the ocean to try and find baby shark? Well, it's
Do.
yeah. And learn the hard way. It's so dark.
I would say sharks are everywhere now.
Everywhere. Like what do you mean, like
it
in
seems
lakes
like,
and stuff?
Well, I just feel like there's been here in the last. No, I mean I'm not at the beach. In fact, when I go to the beach, that's what I do. I go to the beach. Ain't no need to get in the water. I got a perfectly nice hotel that I'm paying for a nice.
You don't like to get in the water?
I'm not. Do you?
What? What?
You saw how many sharks are swimming around closely now, and people out there just swimming? I don't need that kind of.
Yeah. It does seem like I think you're right. I've seen that where it's like people record videos of them swimming really close to the shore.
Yeah. Well, Brian was telling us he was there with his kids, and they saw a shark.
Oh, you know what? He did show me that.
Yeah.
That's why that's so fresh in my mind.
Yeah, and so I remember as a kid, I would go in maybe thigh deep, waist deep into the water. Now I would never do that. I like my sea animals deep fried with some coleslaw on the side. Give me a sweet tea if it come with the combo. You know what I'm talking about, Carson.
Carson, what's up, dude? Carson's just playing Candy Crush on his phone or whatever.
Yeah.
We love him, though. He set up the cameras because no one else can.
No.
I don't know how those things work.
We probably had him facing the other way.
Yeah, I know. Hey, so let's talk Winston-Salem Dash. Yeah, like I said, this year was nuts. We went all out with like rebrands and themes and things that we knew were going to resonate with not just the community in Winston-Salem, but the baseball community and even the city of Chicago. What do you think? So we had 3 new rebrands this year. We had Hype Hens, we had Italian Beefs, and we had Tobacco Beetles. They're all great, but as with anything, like let's rank them real quick. Like, what was your absolute favorite?
I would have to say my absolute favorite would be the Hype Hens.
Yeah.
Yes. Everything that I believe we got a little weather on that day.
Yeah, we might have.
But that being said, I feel like that was it was fun to play along with the bird theme, having the telling the people about the chicken coop that we had in the kid area. So that was a lot of fun to tie in those things.
The chicken coop is like, it's just so out there.
Right.
And I'm glad we went with it because every single minor league baseball stadium in the country has a playground.
Right.
Out in, the kid zone or whatever.
Yeah.
And when we were faced with that choice of like playground or chicken coop,
right,
I'm glad we went with chicken coop because now I don't know of any stadium in the country. I mean, baseball stadiums aside, like any sports venue in the country that has a chicken coop.
Right. Well, and it's a lot of fans this season, after just having conversation with them during the game, I'd bring up the coop, and I think they see it there when they walk in.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like one of those. Did I just see a chicken coop? And then I bring it up later, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we did walk past that." And then the kids all want to go see it. Then see the chicken. They all have names too. Do you know the names?
So it's Winston. Mm-hmm. We've got Sox, SOX, of course.
Yeah.
Got to give the White Sox some love.
Right.
Bo Peep, DJ Scratch, Eggspresso, Hey Hey, and Chocolate.
Right.
So those were all fan voted. So you guys did that. Congratulations.
It's amazing how big those chickens have gotten.
Yeah.
They got big really fast.
They did. They did. And it's just I'm going to be interested to see like what goes into taking care of them in the off season, especially as like the winter months come through. That thing is heated though, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's heated. Like,
yeah,
they didn't. Carolina Coops, shout out, did not pull anything back. Like, it is a state of the art.
Right.
Really nice from what I've learned.
Yeah.
Chicken coop. I knew nothing about chickens, chicken coops, caring for chickens.
Or even if that, I didn't know there was that many people that had chickens that would require a coop to be built. Built there. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It is a very cool feature. I'm very.
They make great eggs too.
Yeah, no, and we get fresh eggs all the time.
Had one of the best omelets ever the other day.
What a perk.
Yeah, it was excellent.
Yeah, the High Pens is cool. I hope we bring that back next year. No word on what's going on next year quite yet.
Not yet.
That's still all being kept kept pretty close.
Yeah,
but I hope the High Pens return. I've got my fingers crossed. Italian beefs was my favorite. Yep. I really, really liked the Italian beefs. As somebody from the Midwest and having a lot of family from Chicago, that was something that I kind of grew up eating.
Right.
And it almost seemed to me when we were going to do a salute to Chicago, it almost seemed too perfect.
Right.
And then we absolutely nailed the branding, the merch, just the execution of the night.
Right.
Funny story. Go ahead.
It was a fun. I agree. It was a fun night. Yeah. I was down. You know, you're watching up from a bird's eye view, and I'm down on the field. But there was a lot going on. Brian making up the sauce was hilarious. So yeah.
Leave it to Brian DeAngelis to lose in fantasy football. Have to suffer the punishment of being a bat boy for one game and then turning it into an entire.
Yeah, he gets himself in these positions.
Campaign. Yeah, no, he definitely did.
He wants to smoke, and so he'll take any challenge that you put before him. I think he would take it.
He's not here to back that up right now, though, so we'll continue. No, it was funny, though. He rode in on his Vespa and made sauce. Coach Doug's from Barstool made an appearance, which was just totally out of the blue. I loved that. He was a great guy. He hung out in the Flow Club with us that night, and then, Tobacco Beetles, honestly, was Tobacco Beetles at first. I didn't know how that was going to be received. Mm-hmm. And we started getting calls about it, like, as soon as it was announced. I remember getting a call from some scientist who I think actually used to work downtown.
Right.
And his entire life's work was spent studying tobacco beetles. And so we were able to incorporate him into the festivities of the night. He gave a couple of PowerPoint presentations about tobacco beetles on the dugout, and
and I hope the people. There's some people that still don't know what the tobacco beetle is.
Yeah,
but it was an insect that kind of messed up the process of getting the tobacco ready for cigarettes around this area. So, yeah,
but rebrands this year were fantastic. I was so impressed with every one of them, and I think it sets the bar pretty high for 2025.
I'm getting excited about it because it's like I say, it was my first time going through the whole process, but it'll be. I'm interested to see what comes up for next season, 2025 season.
I agree. Lots to look forward to. Lots to plan. Lots to figure out. But in the meantime, we have football, we have basketball, we have things that'll at least kind of.
Yeah, football season's up. It's going.
It's here, man.
Yeah,
I'm so happy. Like we were talking before this. We're filming this on a Friday. I have no plans tomorrow but to lay on the couch and watch college football all day long.
Right. Even when you don't get interested in it, even when you're not interested in a game, to have the sound on is such a great feeling.
I agree. Just doing other things.
Yeah, it's such a great feeling. I look forward to this time. Yeah, we still haven't had that Saturday that's had that chill in the air that really feels and smells like football. We haven't had that yet.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming. It'll right
be
around
here.
the corner.
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't know if it's tomorrow, but
I hope it's tomorrow. It won't be. But wait, who's your team? Who are you? Are you full on NC State or do you have a cornucopia of teams that you root for?
I pull for the kids at NC State. I pull for my App State Mountaineers.
You went to App State, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had a rough one.
Yeah, I know. They've had a rough first couple of weeks.
Yeah. So that program's been going strong for a while though.
Program's been fine.
They'll be there. They'll be there again. So
well, I thought that Drinkwitz was gonna hang around there a little longer, and then the Mizzou job opened up, and it's like,
right.
No offense, but
yeah, I think they've had three different coaches.
Yeah, it's been a high turnover job,
right.
But like that program, I mean, people really pumped that program up in preseason as like, hey, with this new playoff format, like don't count them out. I mean, they weren't a surefire contender, but it was they were at least in the conversation, and I think that's more that's more than they've been able to say for a good while.
Right.
And I mean, that's just due to their conference. If they were in a bigger conference, I'm sure it would be a different story.
Right.
But hey, props to them. That stadium, by the way, is like the most. It's that whole campus, just Boone, the city of Boone in general, is beautiful. It's a great place. Like spend a weekend.
Yeah. And all the students there say it's a great place to go to school.
Yeah.
It's a tight knit community. In there, everything's so close together. You see classmates, out and around town all the time because everybody's kind of in that one little area, that little town of Boone there, and I miss that place. I like going up in the summertime though. I don't really do the winter too well.
You don't like 3 feet of snow to drive through, or does it even get that much up there?
I don't think it gets that much. I can't remember it getting a really bad snow. In fact, sometimes I would leave the mountain and come down to Winston, and I feel like it was colder here. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I can't explain, but it just felt that way. But nobody wanted to get snowed in on the mountain. That was always the thing, and that just means the roads are a little too dangerous to go driving down. Now the highway's done a little differently. They've redone the highways going up into Boone. It's a little easier drive, so not as curvy.
Well, peak week is coming up in Boone here pretty soon. And for those who might not know what peak week is, that's when the leaves are the brightest, when they're changing colors. And so it gives a nice little backdrop to the football stadium, the baseball stadium especially.
They call it peak week.
Yeah. Did you not?
I never heard anybody call it peak week.
Oh, well, Meredith, my girlfriend, calls it peak week.
Like
she went to App State. So.
Like they peek at the leaves?
No, like PEAK. Like this is peak brightness of the leaves.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what.
Okay.
I think that's what it is.
Maybe,
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's at least within her circle, it's called peak week.
Yeah, a lot of colors.
Yeah, a lot of colors. It's
Bob Ross would make a happy little tree.
Happy little trees.
Happy little tree.
I think Bob Ross might have been a little before my time, and maybe yours too. But it was always a substitute art teacher's staple. Yeah. When Mrs. Cooney wasn't in class, which was not often, one of the other teachers would be like, all right, I don't know what y'all are working on. We're going to watch Bob Ross. Get inspired by it. Lights off, projector up, boom.
I'm not sure if you ever watched Bob Ross, but my dad, he was an artist. Ever since I was a kid, he taught me how to draw, and I would kind of watched him go from using acrylic paints to doing some watercolors, to doing some oil paintings. he did this awesome picture, which I don't even know where it is, of Tim Duncan and his dad.
Oh yeah,
it was a famous moment where his dad was at the game. I think it was Tim Duncan Sr.
Yeah.
And like he gave him that hug, and
Nice.
my dad painted that whole thing.
How cool is that?
It was really cool. My dad did some great art. Had a little art school up on Trade.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah.
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, my dad's an artist. He was an artist. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's fair. So wait, do you paint? Do you draw? Like,
It's one of those things that I did when I was, middle school, high school, a little bit, but I stopped doing it. So you kind of lose.
Yeah.
But I can still, like, if my dad taught me how to draw a face of a person, and so I could still do that and have it proportioned right.
Sure.
And everything. So
how cool is
and
that?
the shading part of it was pretty cool. So
You should do caricatures at the games next year.
like the terrible ones, they did.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. It's like a circle.
Oh, yeah. It's just
Get CC to do it.
that'd be funny. That'd be very funny. But so I mean, let's talk let's talk game day atmosphere.
Right.
66 games. Not every single one of them is going to like a rainy Tuesday. Rain just drives people away.
Oh yeah.
When there's a smaller number of folks in the seats, which isn't like too often,
Right.
how does that impact like how you do your thing?
They did the same thing that those other people would do, and if they're coming out to a game that's potentially rain in the forecast, then I kind of got to go hard for them.
Yeah.
And it's really no difference as long as there's an audience there. There's fans there that need to be entertained. Now I'll get to have maybe a few more one-on-one conversations with fans rather than running around and like having to be at certain places because we're so busy. But those slower games, it gives me a time to kind of sit down with the families and kids that I've kind of seen there. So
Got to recharge the batteries a little bit too, yeah?
It does. Yeah, it does. It's still a lot of fun. Still a lot of fun. I got the same energy.
Nothing beats just like packed house on like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday night.
Can literally lift my finger and everybody goes.
Yeah. It's the best.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just unmatched. I mean, like, I don't know. There's something about, I think, a group of people, being a part of a group of people that's all at one place for the exact same reason, and everybody's just psyched to be there.
Yeah.
And like that sounds so obvious on the face of it, but like there's just something so beautiful and energizing and rejuvenating about a rowdy baseball crowd too, right?
Yeah.
Like baseball has this pace and this flow to it that, hockey, like you've been to Hurricanes games, right? Yeah. So like hockey is such a different vibe. It's a good vibe, but it's still everyone's focus is on that puck at all times, and there's kind of little room to do the goofy kind of off the wall stuff that you put on at games. But again, it's just it's that just summery, relaxed kind of sun setting kind of feel. There's nothing like a night out at the ballpark. It's the best.
Yeah.
And good entertainment can really enhance that, and we certainly have that. So
it's always I always like grabbing a group of people from like a group that we have out at the park and having them do a game, because it's like a lot of times those people work together, or maybe they might work in the same company, but they're not all together at the same time. They get to spend some time and actually get another moment out of a moment. So that's always fun, because the competition is always good between friends, so we can get them into action. They're always up for it. So.
Well, that creates memories, man. That's what everybody's here for. That's what we strive for here is memories and good times. And so it's good to know that all that's at the forefront of what we're doing here.
Yeah, and I want you to know that I'm trying to do the best I can with our junior PA announcers to train them to be able to take over a microphone and do as well as you do these days. So
hey, the PA is kind of it can be a stepping stone to play by play. So thanks for filling that pipeline for me.
Yeah. I'm keeping them going. There's a lot of young kids that come up and they. And that's always a rewarding thing right there. When I do my junior PA, those you'll know, I'll get a kid and he gets to the fourth inning, gets to introduce one of the Dash batters. A lot of times when they walk up, the kid's not really sure they want to do it, but they're nervous about being on a microphone in front of thousands of people. But it's very rewarding to kind of get them hyped up and get them comfortable and to where they actually accomplish something, finish, and they have the biggest smile on their face. And a lot of times, I don't know where it comes from, but they end up with a baseball in their hand. I don't know. I had nothing to do with that. Just they're close to the coaches, I guess. Sometimes
they're a little too comfortable, though. Sometimes you have those kids up there who take the mic and they say something they're not supposed to say to it. Like, you remember a year ago?
Oh, yeah, I know
exactly.
Yeah, Kobe
Smelly. And she said something she wasn't supposed to say.
She said something, yeah.
And your face, you just,
yeah.
Like, what else are you supposed to do at that point?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It was like all this training I just gave you, and then that's the delivery she gave. And it was fun, though. Makes for a memory. We wouldn't have that story to tell now.
Yeah, no. At least we're getting a good little memory out of that one. That was right as I was about to go back on the air too. Mm-hmm. And so I had to have Brendan give like a scoreboard update because I couldn't control myself.
Now that was an awkward moment for me on the field.
Yeah, of course.
But what have you had happen in your time in the booth?
You had
any awkward moments?
I'll tell you. Yeah, I got a crazy one for you. So it wasn't even necessarily awkward. It was just like shocking. I was on the road this year, and I won't say where, but around the 7th, 8th inning, I start to smell like kind of a smoky kind of smell, but it wasn't like alarming.
Right.
It was like,
like wood or
yeah, it smelled like there was like a campfire burning. And anyway, the ballpark I was at has these fire pits out in left field, and I'm like, oh, somebody threw another log on it, caught a little too much, and it's just smelling a little extra campfire-y.
Right.
And it gets a little stronger, and I'm like, something's not right here. And I turn to the home broadcaster to my left, and he looks at me, points to his nose, and is like, do you smell that? I'm like, yeah. Like, I don't know what that is. We both turn around, and there's this lady from the team fanning a garbage can behind the broadcast booth that was on fire.
Somebody threw a cigarette in it.
Yeah. No, it was, I think it was one of those little, what do you call them? Like the little discs that you use to light up or to heat up like food trays.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was one of those that hadn't
still
fully
going.
Been extinguished.
Yeah, still, yeah.
And so somebody threw it in the garbage can, and it set the garbage can on fire. They got rid of it. It was all good. They put it out, but yeah. Talk about creating memories.
Fire in the trash can, huh?
Fire in the trash can.
You think that's what happened to the employee?
What do you mean?
Canned.
Bingo. I knew you were going to pull out one
Carson
of those.
Carson got that one. He's not even listening.
Yeah, dude. Carson rocks. We love Carson. But yeah, so yeah, that's definitely, I think that tops my list of crazy, shocking things that have happened in the booth.
Right.
But as for like the on-air content, I mean, we're pretty, ship shape. Like,
right.
This will now be going into my 8th year broadcasting baseball games.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Little nestled spot there.
Yeah,
you got a good view. You're right behind.
It's the best seat in the house.
And only distractions you get, or sometimes every once in a while the host will run by and
from
start.
you. And JJ will do this thing. So there's a little window to the left of where I sit in the broadcast booth where JJ will just stand there. and make his eyes really wide and just wait for me to turn around, and I'll get startled a little bit. I think toward the end of the second half, though, I was used to it. I was like, all right, JJ's definitely going to come up here. He's definitely going to do something funny or weird or
and that was the plan.
Or whatever. And, I think I got used to it a little bit. So maybe next season you'll have to kind of up the ante and go out of your way to catch me off guard.
Remember that, folks. He said it.
Yeah. No, bring it on. Bring it on.
I'm going to go out of my way.
Bring it on. I don't like, broadcasts are more fun when you're on your toes.
Right.
Usually the game takes care of that, but sometimes Bolt will come in and just hang out with us for half an inning, which is really interesting because he doesn't talk, and so we kind of have to talk for him, especially on the radio. But he's very good at pantomiming. He doesn't have a mouth, so. But yeah, Bolt will come in and hang out. Brian really loves coming in at least like twice, 3 times a week. He'll write a question of the day on the board, and that'll lead to some wacky conversation like we're having right now. But yeah, we like to keep it. We like to keep it fresh up there. Sometimes we'll open up baseball cards, and Brendan and I have a rapport now that's like, I mean, we've been working with each other for 2 years, and so that it just kind of comes naturally. So we'll goof off. We'll joke around if the game's getting a little, drawn out, or if there's a big gap between the score. You got to make it fun. You got to make it light.
This was Brendan's first season with you.
This is Brendan's second
season. Okay. Time just flies by. I guess I'm going into my second season with the hockey team with Brendan. So, wow.
Yeah, we kind of have a local minor league monopoly on the broadcast side of things. That's how we like it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like working. We're seeing a little bit of both fans too. A lot of the Thunderbirds fans came out.
They're very. It's a very interchangeable fan base. I like, of course, all the people that I know around here. I like going to the Thunderbirds games in the off season, and there you are. Hello, how you doing?
Those that's a different animal there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Different
A
animal.
little bit.
Yeah.
It's a different sport.
Yeah.
It's a different product.
Sport. Yeah.
Different environment.
Yeah.
But they do a great job, and I'm looking forward to partnering with them again next season. The Hockey Night was spectacular.
That's what I was going to say. Hockey Night, a lot of great feedback from Hockey Night. I think we had fun as a staff. I mean, we have fun a lot, but that game, the jerseys looked awesome.
The jerseys were top notch, man. Those were awesome.
Yeah.
I wanted to snag one, but I think
Vote for your iPads.
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah. You got. Well, we might release this after the voting ends, but we'll probably release this before the award show on MLB Network at 9 p.m. Eastern on September 30th. Winston-Salem is up for an award, and it's a big one. Best Alternate Identity. It's us versus 6 other teams. And I mean,
everywhere, right?
So it's just all throughout minor league baseball. Best Alternate Identity. The Hype Hens are up for a big award. That will be revealed on September 30th at 9 p.m. on MLB Network, so you're going to want to catch that. I know that people around here have been voting like crazy for the Hype Hens. Yeah. The competition is pretty stiff, but I think genuinely we have the best one out of the group. They're really. I've kind of gotten a little cocky on Twitter and said there's just no competition. But
it's awesome, friendly competition between teams that know each other, interact with each other. It's really awesome. There's a lot of talented, creative people that are working in minor league baseball. It's not just us here. It's like all over. So,
yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, minor league baseball forces you to be creative in areas where you never thought you'd have to be. Like, Travis is in there. Travis Knisley is our graphic designer, and he just it has like creativity has to be kind of a part of who you are.
Right.
And whenever Travis has some downtime, which is not a lot, I'll see him like sitting there just sketching. He has books of shapes that he just looks at for inspiration.
Right.
Like, it is truly a part of who he is and what he loves to do.
And he's locked in from 9 a.m. whenever he gets here till he'll
leaves. Stay late.
Yeah.
He'll stay late
Yeah.
just to make something look really nice, even if it is like a few extra details here and there. He's very detail attentive and just makes, like our graphics on social, some of our logos, I think, for these rebrands and a lot of the jerseys that you see the players wear on field for these one-off games, Travis designs those, I think,
right, yeah,
most of the time. So shouts out to Travis. He's a dog.
Those Italian beef jerseys,
oh man,
and the hat combo was something I thought looked really good out on the field. The team wearing them, the hat, the pinwheel style hat.
Yep.
A lot of kids were wearing those hats. I just see them popping up around the ballpark, and it's they look really nice. Saluting Chicago from our home team, Chicago White Sox.
Yeah, that was just like I said earlier. I mean, that was almost too easy. Mm-hmm. It just works so well, and no, I can't believe that nobody had ever done it before. Mm-hmm. Especially, you think about how many affiliates that like the Cubs have near Chicago, and just even other White Sox affiliates or anybody near that region. It was really surprising that we were the first ones to kind of take that on, and it went
well.
Very well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look through these theme nights just because there were so many of them. It's hard to just kind of like grab one out of thin air. So.
Oh yeah, lot of them. Popular ones I always remember. Princess Night.
Princess Night's a classic.
Oh,
we had to hire 2 horse-drawn carriages this year. One wasn't enough. The line was, I mean, it was a mile long last year. So,
and it's a great daddy-daughter night.
I agree.
Great daddy-daughter night.
I agree. Matrix Night.
Oh, yeah.
Matrix Night.
Yeah,
was
I wasn't there.
Very interesting.
I wasn't there for that
you
one.
weren't.
Yeah.
Morpheus.
Morpheus.
Yeah, Morpheus was there. He took care of us.
I heard he did a pretty awesome job.
Yeah. Hey, blue bubble, green bubble night.
Yeah.
Gotcha with those Apple products. Sorry, but that's hilarious.
Yeah.
You got to admit.
Apple products.
We told them Apple products. We were not lying. Everybody received a fresh, juicy apple upon their arrival.
Yeah.
That got people lined up.
There you go.
That was really, really creative. I liked that little tidbit. But
so, did you see the people lining up?
Yeah.
Before?
Yes. Yeah. It was.
They knew.
Yeah.
Right.
The look of disappointment on some people's faces was incredible.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's all in good fun.
Which brings me to another story. We had the honor of being in the presence of an awesome ECU quarterback.
That's
this
right.
Season.
That's right.
James Moore.
James Moore.
What's his name?
James Moore. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty awesome stats.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was just, when you have a fan favorite like that so close to your ballpark, I mean, and you want to tie it into a football night, you got to invite him out. So I was just glad he had time in his schedule to make.
The thing I noticed, he must have a busy schedule because he didn't even have time to change.
No, he probably was coming straight from practice. Why would he be wearing his full game day uniform to practice? Yeah, no, but he was a really nice guy. He keeps in touch with all of us for some reason. He's
all the time.
He's really he'll be like, "What's up, man? Like, you want to go get lunch today?" I'm like, "Nah, dude, like I can't. Like sorry, like don't you have lunch there that they provide you?" But he's like, "Nah, I'm trying. I don't know." Like sometimes he'll be like, "Hey, can you help me out with?"
He signed autographs for the kids.
Yeah, he did.
He's all about the kids.
Yeah,
he answered all questions,
all of them, to the best of his ability.
Wow,
team's looking real good this year. Go Pirates!
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, that was great. That was a fun night.
It was. When I saw him signing autographs, that really brought tears to my eyes. Like they really
did it?
Yes. Yes. I laughed really hard.
Disc golf night was really cool too.
Yes. Heck yeah.
I mean, we brought people in, 3 hours before gates opened. I mean, they were just hanging out and playing disc golf. We had an 18-hole disc golf course set up in the stadium.
Now, I'd never played disc golf before.
I had played back when I was in Minnesota in 2019. It was so we had off days. I called games in Duluth that summer, and so we would have off days. And so a couple of the guys in the front office were big disc golf players. And they were like, y'all should try it out. I was like, okay. And I was really bad at it, but it was fun to just, get out there and do something different that I hadn't done before.
Right.
That's that sort of thing, being hosted here kind of provides for some people.
Right.
So
they were out here all day before the game.
Yeah.
Playing, and buddies were together having a good time.
Yeah, it was fun to see. And DJ, heck yeah, man, on the ones and twos.
Heck yeah.
Is that what the expression is on the ones and twos, or is that piano? Does that mean piano?
No, ones and twos. That's DJ.
Is that DJ?
Very
All
old
right.
school, but yeah.
All right, good. Yeah. See,
ones and twos.
I know. I knew that. I was just checking to see if you you knew that, and you do. You passed the test. So, what else do we do? Dino Night's always a classic. I love Dino Night.
Yep.
It is a little scary though to walk in, just get your pregame stuff done, and right outside the press box there's a
T-Rex.
Yeah. You don't see that every day at the ballpark, but that was fun. I know
some kids just love dinosaurs. They know the names of these dinosaurs. There's no problem with us having a trivia with a little kid to name dinosaurs.
No.
There's adults in the park that could not name those dinosaurs.
Of course not.
That.
I don't know what it is about dinosaurs that gets little kids just...
And the words aren't easy.
No.
The names aren't easy. I want to say this little girl was 4, 5, maybe not this season, but 2023.
Yeah.
She named them off like nothing.
Maybe she's just ridiculously smart. Maybe she'll be the next great Nobel Prize winning archaeologist. Who knows?
Probably standing right there.
I'm rooting for you, whoever you are.
Yeah. Who are you? But yeah, you're gonna be good.
Your camera's over there. Mine's over here. The other one that I really, really enjoyed was Hogs Night, and I'll tell you why. It's because right before the game, there's everyone who bought a ticket package for the motorcade kind of deal. Is that what that's called? Anyway,
parade.
There were 50 motorcycle owners who circled around the warning track and just participated in a deafening pregame parade on the field.
Right.
And it took them it took them a little while to get off the field.
Right.
So as Noah Schultz or whoever was warming up that night, you just it's just the worst.
Beautiful bikes out there.
Oh my goodness, they're great.
Yeah.
They're fantastic bikes. That was a fun night, though. I think that's one of those hands-on nights where that appeals to not only that biker demographic, but also that's another one that the little kids like, where it's I've never seen one of these up close.
Right.
That's one of those niche that motorcycles and dinosaurs. I think for little kids kind of fall into the same category of that is so awesome.
Yeah. It makes me think of Touch a Truck when we do that. Little kids to get a close-up look at a fire truck rather than going and sitting outside with your mom as she gets the mail and pointing at it go by.
Sure, running up to it and touching it.
Yeah, they're in a hurry, and then the kid wants to just see the fire truck, but they got to rescue someone. So can't always get that up close with them. Nope, not at all. But we
touch truck night.
Yeah.
There you go.
A lot of fun. I went out and touched the truck. I made sure I got my hands on the truck.
Yeah, I touched the truck.
Left a fingerprint or two.
I didn't even...
I'm going to prove I touched it.
Yeah, of course. You got to have evidence. Or else how are your friends at work the next day going to know that you actually touched the truck?
Right. Leave a smudge and take pictures.
All right, well, what's on your wish list for 2025? What do you want to see for 2025?
Bobblehead awards.
Oh, dude,
everywhere.
Yeah, me too.
No, I want to see more fans out.
I do too.
Just having a good time. Embracing the nutty nights that we're gonna have. We're gonna have some wacko, like whatever we come up with, it's gonna be wacko. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Just come on out, bring the kids. Don't worry. I say don't worry about the weather, but I would say follow us on our social media platforms, and that's one way that you'll know what the weather is going to be that day. You don't have to really stress about it. We always will let you know what's happening with that. So
that is always the best way to keep up. So yeah, at WS-Baseball on X, Instagram. We have a Facebook page. It's just WS- on TikTok, right? It's just WS- on TikTok, so no baseball at the end there. But plus you'll be able to keep up with everything the team's doing in season. You'll be able to hear about all these crazy theme nights and rebrands and merchandise type stuff that comes up as we announce. And there's going to be a lot of that coming ahead in the offseason. But for all types of information, you're going to want to go to ws-.com. Click tickets if you want to come out to a game. Group outings are always a blast at Truist Stadium. They are going fast, so you might want to head on over to ws-.com, see what works for your group, and give us a call, too, 336-714-2287. JJ, do we have any final remarks before we wrap things up here and let Carson go?
Well, I didn't really plan anything, but
I see skies.
Okay, I'm just kidding. No, I didn't really plan. I don't have any final.
All right, cool.
Remarks or anything.
Thanks, JJ, for hanging out today. A little season in review, DashCast. We'll be back at you down the road with some more content coming real soon. Take care.
Lady-o.